115 is average on tour. 125 is the super fast boys. And then there's the very few at 150. That's like the Usain Bolt speed that no one else can get near, yeah?
Yeah, that's good, mate.
151.7. I mean, I first picked up a golf club when I was old enough to pick one up. You know, growing up as a kid, you're, especially back then, it was never an ambition to be, you know, a long hitter of a golf ball. I mean, long drive wasn't a thing in the UK, it wasn't a thing in Europe, it was only in the States. So for us, you know, I was probably the first one to do it from the UK. Training, lifting weights, all that sort of stuff, that was number one, and golf was at number two. And then all of a sudden the two kind of combined and you find out about the long drive. And so I spend a lot of time in the gym, obviously, but you know, now it's a case of just kind of getting it in when you can. It's that gorgeous looking man. I kind of learned from early on that I was never going to be a champion bodybuilder. Like all sport, you know, that's if you've got the genetic or you haven't got the genetic. But I always loved the training. Always loved the kind of focus that comes with all that, you know, the strict regiment lifestyle and the eating and the trying to stay healthy, I suppose. That's what everyone talks about now, right? It's all to do with, you know, how flexible you are and stability work. And what I think kind of happened over the years is I think people got away from the basics. And that, you know, this stuff works, but this stuff dates back for centuries. So, I don't know, they're always trying to reinvent the wheel, and for me, I just kind of stick with what I was taught and what works. It's never helped the chipping and putting much, but it helps the long driving. Bodybuilder will go 15, 20 reps sometimes. I still kind of stay on the lower side and just go by feel. I've always trained under the mentality that getting stronger and bigger helps performance. I don't think there's a right and wrong way of doing any of this now. I think if you just kind of train, make yourself a bit stronger and get fitter and healthier, I suppose that kind of works out. My dad was a window cleaner. I mean, even when I was in school, I never used to go to school. I used to go clean windows in the morning and then go play golf in the afternoon. So that's what it was like back then. Then got out and started working a little bit in the driving range and worked, like I say, worked in the gym, done all that. But as opposed to a real 9 to 5, no, not really. We're going to meet Lee Cox. He's been my coach now for, actually, well, since I started. I think I was about 15, 16 years old when I first started seeing Lee.
Joe's dad came up to see me and said, look, can you help my son with getting into long drives? The first couple of times I saw him, the noise would give you a bit of a jump, yeah. That was the first time, and then I'd seen it come off. And where you sort of pick up on a ball flight that's coming out here, he's got something different. It's coming out here. So when people quite often see him for the first time, they don't see the first three because they're not looking even at a normal height for a ball flight. That was even before sort of swing speed measuring devices or TrackMans. So we didn't really quite know how fast until that first European win, where you put a ridiculous number down. Yeah. And then there was something to go off, which was 4.7.
4.74 European record back then, 474 yards.
There it goes. Gigantic. Oh. This is gigantic. Woo.
We good? You still on?
Going.
Don't be falling off on me now.
At the moment, he's the fastest he's ever been, ever since we've ever started. Maybe not the straightest he's ever been since we ever started, but at the moment, at this point, this man has never been faster at any time.
This is flight scope, so this tells us how good and how bad we're hitting it.
And we flip between being a very good golfer, hitting it as straight as possible, building speed in speed training, and then the swing adjustment that long drivers do.
That swing there's 113, so that's the chips, that's the playing swing, and then it goes a bit faster. So
that's already would be above tour average, fastest driver.
So this is a standard driver like anyone else would use. This is what you're allowed legally in any competition anywhere. This is a 1X shaft. This is a 4X, so basically how stiff it is. The loft of the face here, 7 degrees. This is actually 1 degree. Pretty much as flat as you can get it. I mean, you can't see the face on that when you put it down. So, and that's the long drive stuff.
See how high that tee is as well, yeah? To get massive angles of attack up, you need the highest tee you can get.
That ball was hurt. Did you hear it?
Make sure you get them 150 swings soon. Scare the boys, yeah? Don't tell them I said that though. Say that was close to 150, if not slightly above. 49. Into wind, 392 yards, 151.7. I'll take that.
I think you're seeing as close to what is humanely possible. Joe's in the probably one of 2 or 3 that can do it in the world.
Move in. See you in a bit, guys. Oh no.
Come on then, you show us how it's done then, Miller.
That's what I was trying to do.
Little putting comp then.
Yeah, I'm known for my putting.
That's terrible. And that's a wrap.
Let's have some chicken wings. Like I say, I cook a lot of my food at home. I don't like to eat out too much. Kind of strict on what we do eat. So we go here once a week and, like I say, just stock up. Lee, how you doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah, not
Phil?
too bad, mate. Not too bad. What was you looking for today?
Have you got a big piece of sirloin? You know the stuff I take, the normal one?
Do you want your chicken wings as well?
I want to do chicken wings, take a few sausages as well.
No problem. How many of these are we going for today, mate?
Can I take the whole thing? Can I get it vacuum packed?
Yeah, of course.
Individual?
Yeah.
So I should just do the whole thing into...
So if I just do them into like sort of nice sized steaks for you?
Bigger than that,
Yeah.
Go about 2 inches thick.
Yeah, no worries. Let's open this up and we'll have a look.
So I'll have like 1 or 2 of these steaks a day and then chicken and everything else in between. So, that's what happens when you know a good butcher. I was going to say, that's down the road. Potter's Bar one was closed, so I had to come here. Yeah, so you do 1 or 2 of them a day, and then you're good. Doing all the practice is one thing, and then eating to fuel that practice and to fuel the training, this is where it comes from.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Phil's going to back them up for me, all right?
Perfect. Cheers, Phil.
You eat a lot then?
Yeah, a little bit. When I'm having a bad day, I'll ring him up.
Got a lot of people like that in my life, I Perfect, that looks good. Phil, star, cheers, mate. Appreciate it. Cheers, Lee.
Cheers, guys. Thanks a lot.
Nice one.
See you soon. Dun, 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 dun. I wore it for a while to the bar, got drunk, wrapped around there, looked like a WWF star, so it was good fun though. Before you got the belt, you got the bowl. The belt's better than the bar. I mean, the bowl was good. You know, hold it up, great. You know, the next day, my mate had Cheerios eaten out of it. Milk, Cheerios. Last year was great. It was the biggest year for long drive, social media wise, TV wise, exposure. Now everyone's talking about it. Everyone's getting excited about it. Everywhere you go, they're talking long drive. We're going to keep pushing as fast as we can and as hard as we can, and we'll see what happens in the end.